Hello and welcome back to Ask the UK Domain. Today's question is, how do I generate traffic when I have no marketing budget? This is a question that's really common for businesses, particularly in the early stages of their life and for startups, because when you're just starting, you might not have a lot of money to invest in your marketing, into your advertising, so anything you can do for little cost is going to be effective. But before I start talking about channels that you can use to kind of be very cost efficient in your marketing, I want to discuss one point, which is time versus cost. Because when people talk about marketing budgets, typically they're talking about actual costs. You know, they're putting money into their advertising, into their marketing. It's paid media. You know, you invest £100 into this Facebook advert. But let's not forget that time is a cost, whether that you're employing people and time is a salary cost, or if you're a sole trader or you're the owner of the business, then your time is more valuable than anybody else's. So please don't think that things that cost no money but take time are free, because they are not free. So everything's about balancing the time investment and the actual cost investment, and ultimately looking at what kind of return that you get from it. So along those lines, before I actually start looking at channels which are free in terms of kind of the money that you're putting into it, I want to talk about, well, this quote: marketing is an investment, not an expense. It's in quote marks because you'll see this phrase all over the internet. That's because this is a really valuable way of viewing the way you put money into marketing. When you invest £100 into a particular marketing channel, paid media, you're not spending £100. You're hoping to get money out of that too. So you spend 100, you earn 120 or 150 pounds. That's a return on investment. That's a good ROI. So when you're thinking about marketing, you say you've got no marketing budget, but if you can invest £500 and you can make a £700 revenue off the back of that, then you do have a marketing budget. If that's the case for you and you think that you've got a bit of money but you're not sure where to invest it, I can make two suggestions. My number one suggestion is PPC, pay per click. The two common channels will be Google AdWords and Bing, if you use Bing. This is the paid ads that you see at the top of Google when you're doing a search result. Typically, PPC can be the most cost-effective form of paid media, because you're finding customers in the right stage of the marketing funnel. Those people are looking for your product and you're targeting right at the moment they're looking for it. So I advise that you try to invest in PPC because you can get fantastic ROI. I've put Facebook down here because I didn't want to say all social media advertising can always give you a good positive return. I think Facebook, for most small businesses, can be the most the worthwhile of your time and money. So do experiment with some of the Facebook advertising options that are out there. So even though this question's about no marketing budget, I do think you should still consider some paid media in the form of PPC and Facebook advertising. This is probably what most people are expecting as an answer to this question, organic channels. So when I'm saying organic, I'm just meaning any channel that's not paid for, essentially. And there's three big ones I want to mention: SEO, search engine optimization, social media, and email marketing. All of these channels can be done for free. They take time, whether that's your time, an employee's time, someone else's time, but you've got to pay someone else to do it. But all of these channels are free to actually do. So if you've got some time on the weekend, in the evening, you've got a bit of time that you can snatch away on a Friday afternoon, these are the ones to look at, particularly SEO. Organic search, which is another term for SEO, is one of the most cost-effective channels there is. It's more cost-effective than PPC, but there's a lot to SEO. It can be a complicated subject at times, so I won't be able to go into all of the in and outs, but there's lots of content on our website, on our YouTube channel, so to learn more, go and look at those videos or articles. Social media. So again, we're not talking about paid social here, we're talking about organic social. So your Facebook page, your Twitter profile, posting updates, sales that are on at the moment, things that are going on behind the scenes, whatever that content you're publishing is, social media is free to do, but it does take time. If you're really limited to time and you don't know which channels to go for, typically set up a profile on all the channels and then invest time into Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn if you're a B2B company. Again, you have to look at your company and figure out which channels are best, look at your audience and figure out what channels are best. But social media, again, it's something that people expect you to be on, so you should be on there and you should be investing a bit of time at least. And the last one I'm going to mention is email marketing. I think the real reason I'm mentioning email marketing is because a lot of people think that email marketing is dead. People think that, oh, emails are so old-fashioned. Well, no. I mean, email marketing is as effective as it's probably ever been. And again, you can get going on email, with email marketing basically for free. You can use providers such as MailChimp that let you send for free to a certain number of people. You do have their branding on your email if you do that. But you can invest really, really small amounts of money to pay a subscription that allows you to send to more people and you get more features. Again, email marketing is one of the best ways of keeping in touch with existing customers and making them repeat customers or keeping your customers loyal. Final point, and I put this into capital letters because this is very, very important, is content. So I'm not talking about content and content marketing as a separate channel, but content is what fuels everything else. You can't rank highly in Google for organic search unless you've got great content on your website. You can't use social media unless you've got content to post. You can't do email marketing unless you've got content to send people via email. So if you've got some time, but you've got no pounds to put into your marketing and your advertising, make good content, write good content, take good photos, blog posts, case studies, information, help articles, whatever those things may be, content is the fuel for every other marketing channel there is. So I hope that's been helpful. We're going to be answering questions every week, and if you'd like your question answered, you can do so using the hashtag AskTheUKDomain or leave a comment on this video.